Okay, so this is going over to desktop mode on your Steam Deck. You have to go to the Steam button and then go down to power and say switch to desktop mode. This will let you get over to like the internet browser and that kind of stuff. So that's just a folder that I need to close out of. Okay, so it should have Chrome already installed. So if you go up there, I've already searched for Turtle WoW. And it's the first result here that says Turtle WoW or turtle.gg, whichever it is. And from this website, you are going to use this download button over on the right. And instead of downloading the launcher for a certain platform, you actually just want to download the full client, this like small little link down here. And once you download that, it's like an 8 gig download, so it'll take a while to download that, but it should go right to your downloads folder, which you can find there. And it should be this like twmoa.zip file thing, whatever it is. That's your Turtle WoW client that you just downloaded. And so what you want to do is extract that somewhere where you'll know where to find it. I do mine on my micro SD card, but you can just put it wherever the rest of your Steam games are downloaded. It really doesn't matter where it is as long as you can find it. If you want to make a new folder for it, you can see down here in my micro SD, mine is down here under Steam apps and under common. I've made a folder called Turtle WoW, and I've put the extracted zip into that folder. So this is all the WoW data, and what you're looking for is the wow.exe. Okay, so I forgot to mention, I forgot to take video of this, but all you do is left click on the wow.exe, and a menu will come up, and what you want to do is say add to Steam library. And so this video in front of you now is me checking out the Steam library after I've said add to Steam library on here. And since it's wow.exe, it should be right at the bottom because it's a W. You can go and click on it, and right now it won't do anything because Steam Deck runs on Linux and WoW is a Windows program. So you have to account for that. You have to go to the little settings icon and go to properties. And what you want to do is go to compatibility, and you're going to use basically a software that will allow you to run Windows games on Linux. So if you go back, you can see it was that Proton 10 point whatever thing. Okay, so at this point you can return to gaming mode and get out of desktop mode, just kind of the Steam Deck way, and you should be able to find your WoW .exe in your Steam library now. And the next video is just going to show how to set up the controller, or how I have mine set up. Okay, so this is kind of a rundown of the way you can lay out your Steam Deck to play games like WoW. Over here is kind of telling you what section you're in. So I'm in the button section. That's the face buttons over here. So I have them set to be button pads. And I have them set out to where A is the space bar for like jumping. Move over to X is 1, Y is 2, and B is 3. And then over here on the bumpers, my left bumpers and trigger, L1 is control, and L2, where's L2? I don't know why it's not showing it. But L1 is control, L2 is shift. So that's control and shift. Let's see, over here, menu buttons, I have the start button up here set to escape, so you can bring up your menu. I have this button over here set to B, which opens your bag in the game. Over on D-pad, I have it set up as a directional pad, and these are very specific bindings in WoW, where this is your character page, this is your map, this is your quest log, and this is your spell book. So it's like kind of your things you might need to use from time to time are on the D-pad. On the triggers, okay, here's the triggers. You can see that R2 I've routed to 5, and I think on the other page it probably said somewhere R1 right bumper I have set to 4. So my button layout looks like this: space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the game. That'll account for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 abilities that you can use with your right hand here. And then you modify them with shift or control. So that gets you up to 15 abilities right here, just between these 5 action buttons plus the space bar. And then shift 1 through shift 5 or control 1 through control 5 allows you to bind up to 15 abilities, which is pretty good for WoW. Let me see what else there is. These are just the triggers, nothing else here. Joysticks. Okay, so this is how this works. The right joystick is a directional pad. I don't have anything set for up or down because there's not a good way to control the camera that way with a key in WoW. So what I have is joystick to the right is going to be right arrow key, and joystick to the left is going to be left arrow key, which will turn your character in that direction, and then put it, the camera follows. R3 click I've got set to tab, which is like the Dark Souls thing where if you click the right stick, you're going to target your nearest enemy and you can cycle through. Here's my left joystick behavior. Up is the W key, which is walk forward. L is the down arrow key, which is walk back. L is going to be Q. Left is going to be Q, and right is going to be E. And this is not going to turn your character. This is going to allow you to strafe, which is going to be the best way to play. L3 click I have set to up arrow key, just because that's how I bind auto run, and I can show you how to do that in the game. Let's see, there's that. And then this is essential. Trackpads are essential. Right trackpad behavior, I'm saying that's the mouse. That allows me, just by using the trackpad, to move the cursor around the screen. And then the right trackpad click is going to be my left mouse click. Left trackpad I've got as a directional swipe, which means that when I've set it to scroll wheel up and scroll wheel down, which means that if I scroll up on the left D-pad, that's zooming my camera in, and if I scroll back, it's zooming my camera out. And then I don't have anything for left or right, and then clicking it down is my right mouse click. So between the two of them, you have your, and actually I guess they're reversed. My right click is on the left, and my left click is on the right, but that makes more sense for me, personally. I don't have anything on gyro, and the rest of it can probably be set up in WoW itself. But that's what I got for playing WoW on Steam Deck, and it's pretty good.